All right. We're gonna start getting into this. I got a long list for everybody. This is probably gonna be for the replay value. Anyways, let's make sure the right mic is on. We're good. We're back. We're here. Let's start out with some oil. We're starting out with the oil. All right, oil on the monthly. This is disappointing. We're not overbought. It's very disappointing to say, but we're not overbought yet. So that's fantastic. We also have some levels to focus in on, and we're above one of them. So this area was acting as a resistance, became a support, was a resistance again. Now we could actually utilize $86 as a support. That's unfortunate. I don't like saying that, but luckily we're in a range, and we hit the top of the range at 114.17. So there's that. There is that. If we do fall down a little bit, you still have support at 73.44 as well. So, oh joy it is to be us. We're not quite overbought on the monthly, so we could have a lot more upside on oil. It is a possibility. That is something that we all are going to have to face one day. One day. Looking at our weekly, highly overbought. Consolidation or pullback is what you'd be expecting. So this is not bad. Not a bad sight. You did have hidden bullish divergence, like major hidden bullish divergence. So there is that. So this could be a continuation to the upside. If that is the case, we would be looking at this bad boy like so. And we only made it to the 618 common retrace. We could find ourselves at 151 if tensions continue to be high. That's where a lot of people are getting that $150 range number. But could get buck wild and crazy and head all the way up to 210. Hopefully we get a pullback and it just stays down, because that would help out with a lot of problems like inflation. So let's hope that it does that. Anyways, overbought on the weekly. You're looking for pullbacks. Looking at the daily, however, no longer overbought. You do technically have bearish divergence with the falling of strength, but we're going to see if we actually get the pullback or not. So if conflicts continue, then it's going to be bad. Noted, tomorrow is April Fool's Day. I look forward to getting into the crypto stuff once we get there, because there is one event on 1 April 1st that we are all praying and hoping Bitcoin does again. So can't wait to cover that. Also, everybody, I am live on Pumpkin right now. If you guys want to go and chat, because I do know on YouTube we're on members only. If you want to chat, if you want to request for anything, jump over there into Pumpkin, drop it in the chat. Let me know what you guys want me to look at, and I'll do it from there if you're not a member. For everybody who is a member, thank you so much. You're the best. You're the greatest. And let's get back to our regular viewing. So, daily time frame on oil. I would think a pullback would be in store. However, all that we need is one strike, and we see oil go up again. So we do have to look at the 4 hour, sadly, and the 4 hour does not look bad at all. Looks like it wants to rally overnight. And if it does rally overnight, I'm thinking another test at 114. If it breaks, this would get nasty. This would get really nasty. We might see it at 130. So let's really hope and pray that doesn't happen. But any bearish divergence that was being created back here got canceled out with your higher high. So there is that. There's the possibility of more upside. Not a fan to say that, but hey, it is what it is. Is what it is. Anyways, moving right along, we're going to check out gold. Gold actually had a good day. Why are my things moved? It's weird. Anyways, looking at gold. Gold, I thought it was going to pull back. It said no. It said no. But let's check it out on the month, and let's go from there. Clear the chart. Checking out gold, having a historical rally right now, doing absolutely amazing things. So, right now, right this moment, you are overbought on the monthly. You have no support in sight on the monthly, not even close. You would be looking for a retest of $1,980 as a monthly support level. An area in which has not been back tested. That is absolutely wild. Simultaneously, what's happening with gold? I'm going to show you guys this right now. Yeah, it's this right here. So, what's happening with gold is this right here. You have options traders going insane with their options. They are actually expecting this thing to actually climb up at anywhere between $12,000 to $16,000. $15,000 to $20,000. My bad. By December of this year. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if they're going to be right, but wow. That's crazy on the options front. So the technical insiders, I guess, they're the ones betting on this, which is astronomical. Absolute crazy time to be into gold. Absolute crazy time. But on your monthly, you're getting a very, very sharp decline right about now on your stochastic RSI on the monthly, as well as trying to get out of that overbought territory. Pretty amazing, because you only had one red month, and we lost 11% on the month, which, don't get me wrong, that's like $3.5 trillion gone from the gold market, but there's an opportunity. This thing could go up even higher. Going to the weekly time frame, weekly looks so solid, it's kind of scary. Hidden bullish divergence has been achieved by way of setting a higher low and putting in lower relative strength. That is scary to me, because if we look at it from this standpoint, it looks like gold is about to take the bull run we wish Bitcoin had, and we could be looking at 5,796 as our target for gold right now. Gold is looking really strong on the weekly time frame. A 23% move to the upside is very possible. So buckle up. Things might get a little wild for Q2. And then looking at our daily, surprisingly, we did bounce off the 200 daily moving average. We touched oversold territory. We're starting to catch the bounce, which is amazing. We are running into a little bit of resistance. However, if we look at our daily, we held great support on previous level of resistance, became a support, held a support with a deep wick to the downside, and now we're starting to move to the upside. This is very strong price action for gold, and it is the largest market cap in the world for a single asset. So pretty impressive there. Pretty darn impressive. We might actually want to start trading gold a bit more often here in April, so we're gonna be looking into that. Looking at the 4-hour time frame, I would expect some consolidation, maybe even a mild pullback before we see some upside, but we're gonna see if we can clear this little high right here. This might be the trade setup for life-changing wealth. I don't know. We'll see. But if it hits 15,000, wow, all the gold bugs will go wild. It'll be 1964 all over again. Anyway, or 69. Yeah, something like that. But yeah, currently in this double downtrend, finding resistance, but I'm sure tomorrow morning will open up in the green. I'm sure of it. Anyways, moving on from gold, we are going to go back out to our monthly, and we're going to check out silver. So checking out the silver. Anyways, let's check into pumpkin real quick. Make sure we don't have any chatters in there. Bitcoin finding some bids, which is beautiful, because we are currently in a long on fart coin. Currently in a long on fart. Anyways, looking at silver. Silver had a pretty good day today, which was nice. But let's clear the chart and let's see what it's doing. I mean, great run up. However, just like gold, no monthly support in sight. Closest monthly support is $48. On the month, we lost 19.89%, which cool, awesome, bearish and golden candle, whatever. But I think we're gonna be okay, especially when we look at the weekly, because when we look at the weekly, same thing as gold. We got that hidden bullish divergence going. So, you know, there could be strength down the pipeline. If there is strength, oh boy, we're about to see it soon. And if we do, this thing could lead into some crazy high prices, which we would be looking at anywhere between $136 to $183 for silver. Silver's looking really solid. A breakout could be coming any day. Any day. Checking out our daily time frame. Daily's looking pretty good. Could not touch that 200 yet. I would have preferred if it touched it, but we haven't done that yet. And I believe based off the daily trend, we have a confirmed breakout of the downtrend. We do. Confirmed daily close outside of the downtrend. So now we are looking for common retraces. So that might be 98.56, or maybe we just start making that next leg up. This could be a continuation to the upside, so be prepared for silver to start melting some faces. I would be looking for an 84% move to the upside. This looks really good. Really good. And the better part, you have a level that was acting as support, the fake out, and now we're above it. As long as we stay above $70, we're doing great. Anyways, that is silver right now. Silver, more than likely, we're going to be trading that one a lot too. So, don't want to get anybody's hopes up or anything, but silver could make some money. 84% upside. This could happen faster than you think with a brand new quarter starting up. Institutions, they like to reallocate, and things could be nice. Could be nice. All right, that's silver. Let's check out copper. Copper, same thing. We've still been waiting for copper to get its breakout. I mean, same thing. We've been waiting on this one for a long time. Still waiting on $8 to play out. Currently, that is nearly 50% upside. I'm not going to waste too much time on copper here, but copper looks fine. Looks great. Had a mild pullback, holding a level of support, holding that 200 daily moving average, which is fantastic. What happened?
Cool. Can you talk to them about this one?
Did she get bit?
I don't know. I think it looks like a bite to me. Get over here.
Okay, I will.
They're both clean.
Okay. Alrighty. So yeah, that's copper. It's just, you know, the metal that it's taking its sweet time to get going. Taking its sweet time. So we're just out here waiting. Oh, look at Bitcoin move. Bitcoin's moving. I should have been in a trade already. That's on me. That's on me. Not in the trade yet. But it's fine. We are going to enter a trade, actually. I should consider getting into this one right now. Because I do want to go long on Bitcoin. I really want to go long on Bitcoin. We're going to the Bitcoin chart. Screw it. We're going out of order. We're doing it. Bitcoin on the daily, you can see we're down here, down low. Looking at the weekly, we're above the 200. We're doing fine. We hit oversold territory. These are the metrics we look for normally to start buying in. I know a lot of random people on X and some people in the communities are thinking way lower prices. I don't see it. If it does happen, okay, y'all were right. I didn't see it, but I don't see it. I think we hit a nice local bottom, and I think it's time for a relief rally. Just my personal thought. Anyways, we will have some resistance up here at 82,378, but a relief rally getting up there makes sense. Going into the weekly time frame, well, you can see how low we are, and we have had zero relief. I mean, like zero. It's just non-existent. And then everybody's trying to equate this pattern as, oh, it's the same thing. We're going to see lower prices. That has happened literally once in Bitcoin's price action. That was back here. You had one, you had two, and the fallout was pretty minuscule before the new bull run. So that's what a lot of people are banking on, but they're starting to call for 40,000 out of it. Wild. But they're looking at it as bear flags. Okay, I see where you're coming from. I don't understand how we're going to do it. So there's that. Anyways, what I'm focused on for the April 1st, the day of April 1st, I want you to pay attention to this weekly candle right here. Because guess what? This happened on an April 1st. 25% in a single week. That was coming out of the bear market before my favorite bull run, because we had the fake run, the pullback, and then we took off. This was the COVID dump before we went just, whoo! I made a lot of money in this bull run. It was my favorite bull run. Just, I'm super biased. Is what it is. I am still wasting time on getting into this trade. Anyways, looking at the daily time. Oh, shit. Where are we? All right, looking at the daily, going back in time, back to that day, because I was watching the market that day, and I was like, whoa, what's going on? So April 1st, wait, I'm in January. Woo. Where are we at? Back here. Okay. March 12th. Where is it? June, April. April. This is 2023. I'm in the wrong year. Oh boy. All right, here we go. That took a while to find, but we're here. We're doing it. Look at this. So this is April 2nd. This was literally like the day after. We started it, the day ended, and we just saw prices skyrocket as soon as the daily candle closed. So you had April Fool's Day where they're like, oh yeah, we're doing nothing, 0.99. And then we shot up 17% in a single day. Single day, 17% price action out of Bitcoin. That was amazing. I was staring at the chart that day, and I was like, is this a joke? And then it was like, follow through. No, it wasn't a joke. We're moving. We're moving and grooving. Went all the way to 14,000, and then it started pulling back. But, yeah, no, this thing was... That was one heck of an April Fool's Day. So, we're all hoping and praying that that happens again. Go back over here. All right. So anyways, under daily, low stochastic in the bearish control zone. We're fighting with the 50 simple moving average. We had a nice pullback, and we seem to be finding some support off this $65,930 level, which is really nice to say because, yeah, it's tough times for Bitcoin. Tough times. See how my fart coin's doing? Fart coin trade going well. Going well. We got a profit taking up there at 20 cents. We're hoping for some big moves tonight. Big moves. Anyways, going into the 4-hour. 4-hour looks questionable. Being below the 200 is scary. I don't like that, which means we might have some weird price action overnight. Not a fan of that at all. If I'm looking at this on the shorter time frame with this little fall right here, I think we already made our comeback, which even more scary. Almost done with it. Getting to 69,347 makes a lot of sense. If we break out of this downtrend, that's where we can look at a little higher move. Getting to 71,822. If that is what we're doing, that could be a nice little 5% move out of Bitcoin. I would appreciate that. I would really appreciate it. Let's check out our 1 hour. 1 hour major bearish divergence is forming, but we are putting in some green and trying to break above that 200. That's a good sign. Good sign trying to break above the 200. Actually doing it is a completely different thing. So there's that. Let's check in on the pumpkin peeps. Everybody on pumpkin, we good? Yeah, looking at Bitcoin, it's trying to do something right now. It's trying. I feel like I might have missed most of the moon. No, I didn't. 15-minute looks great. Whoa, hidden bullish divergence on the 15? Go figure. Getting back above the VWAP, kind of a big deal. Brand new month, brand new quarter, kind of a big deal. Let's see where this thing could lead. Let's see where this thing can lead. Let's take the wick low, swing high, and pull it on over. Because we are pushing. We could be heading to 69.72. Does that line up with anything? No, it doesn't. We would be looking for that 71. This might be a big move. Might be a big move out of the corn. Just maybe. But all I want is this. That's all I want for Christmas. That 2.5%. That's all I want. So we're going to go in. We're going to go a 50x long. And we're gonna roll the dice here. Roll the dice. We're going to have a nice tight stop loss, though. Really tight on the stop. Also, if you're here on Pumpkin with me, you can copy the trade or even watch me as I trade, and then you can just, fade the trade. Try and do the opposite. See how it works out for you. We're going to put a tight stop loss here, 6,735. Can I do that? Hold on. Yes, I can. 67353. 67353. 6 7353. There we go. And our profit taking, we're going to have 69782. 69782. There we go. That's all we want. 130% profit, or we lose 50%. It's close to that 3-to-1. It's close. We're going to see if we actually get it. Probably going to get stopped out because, you know, that's just how the cookie crumbles. But we're gonna play this one out. We're gonna play it. Anyways, stop loss right there. Profit taken right there. We hear a beep. We're gonna know if we made money or not. So there is a live trade currently. Currently live trade. 50x long on Bitcoin. Anybody cares? It's over there on Pumpkin. You can copy it. Literally copy it while I'm live. It's wild and crazy. All right. Moving on from Bitcoin. We're going to go back to Platinum. Platinum. All right. Going to Platinum. Checking out the weekly here. You're long. What's up, Rich? So am I. I'm long too. I'm long right there with you, bud. Right there with you. Anyways, anywho, let's clear the chart. Clear the chat. So we're seeing major hidden bullish divergence on these metals. So the story's the same. Different metal, same story. We could see massive moves to the upside, which is absolute insanity. And this one, we could be looking at $3,093 on Platinum. Platinum has been a very good mover. Has been very good, just like silver. Been doing wonders. We're going to see how it does. But that could be a 59% move to the upside. We're still dealing with a downtrend, so don't get too heavy into those trades. Looking at our daily, we are well in that downtrend. We are in deep on that bearish control zone. I would like to see another test at the low before we take off. But metals, they move differently than crypto. They don't have to fit those same structures. I do know when it comes to commodities or stocks or anything like that, I actually really enjoy buying the breakout. The breakouts, they just get moving. It's kind of wild. So maybe there's just way more eyes looking at it, or the institutions just don't play as many games. Who knows? Maybe market makers just can't do as much manipulation or something. I don't know. But we could be seeing a 59% move to the upside if we can break this downtrend. Which is nice. Nice to say. Major hidden bullish divergence. Backtesting the 200 on the daily. Wow. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I mean, maybe the fact that this is a falling wedge as well might help. Might help in the argument. A little falling wedge action. We'll see. We'll see how it does. Let's check in on the corn. Bitcoin. Finding resistance right at my entry. You gotta love when that happens. Gotta love it. Oh, seems so frequent that happens. You're like, oh, it looks good. Jump into a trade, then all of a sudden, that is now resistance. Oh, okay. All right, market makers, keep playing your games. You're good. Alrighty. Moving right along, we got NVIDIA. So NVIDIA had a good day today. Bouncing off the 167. Great day today. But bottom of the range, great time to jump into trades. Don't really know what else to say besides a death cross is on its way. So if NVIDIA somehow starts catching some funding, we might actually see this thing take a run up to 217. Right now, we have put in a lower high. This looks like gross consolidation. It's been consolidating for like 6 months, 7 months, something like that. It's been a long time, like a really long time. Let's get rid of all this. Let's see here. Consolidation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 whole months. 8 months of consolidation. 2 red months in a row. We are below the monthly VWAP. It doesn't look ideal. Doesn't look ideal. Looks like it could want to backtest something. If it does do that, you could see a little bit further downside. All the way down to 139. But based off your weekly, you're doing just fine. Staying on that 200 simple moving average, or 50 simple moving average, you're on a level of support at 166. Bottom of range, once again, this thing could start seeing some bids to the upside. It's just, when bids? When are they going to come in? We don't know. We have no idea. Currently in a downtrend. So not much to say about this. It is technically bullish consolidation, but 8 months of no price action, you gotta get bored once in a while. That's a long time to not move. That's a really long time. So anyways, the stable coin of stocks, Nvidia. There you go. Did it break the wick? Did it break the wick? What are you talking about? Did it break the wick? The low? It did break the support. I guess it technically double bottomed. It didn't break it. Technically double bottomed, and we're catching a bounce off of it. So bids are coming in at that wick low. Right there. So yeah. Weekly looks fine. Daily looks fine. It's all fine. Just under the 200. That's a problem. Under the 200 is a problem. If this continues staying under the 200, we'll see a death cross. That should bring more sell pressure. And we could see a move to the downside. 139 would be the target if that happens. If it breaks, it bad things. Yeah, that's true. Then we actually get a downtrend. But holding on tight. The bulls stepped in. Next up, we're going to check out Plug Power, because I do think a lot of people should be paying attention to this little thing. Plug Power on the daily. Low stochastic, neutral territory, above the 200 simple moving average, above the 50 simple moving average, green on the day, up 5%. We are still being held down by 240, but how long will it hold? It could hold forever, or we could get a break to the upside. 747 is the target, and you have that 200 pushing it up as support. I like Plug Power. I currently have options open on Plug Power. I'm super biased toward Plug Power, but also with this whole energy crisis thing, I think there should be more looking into the hydrogen option when it comes to energy. Personal opinion, not everybody has to think the same as me. Okay? So yeah. Anyways, that's Plug Power right now. It just looks ready to go. Looks ready to go. I mean, it really does. You got 1, 2, ready to move. Like, you already got your double test and everything. So, needless to say, if it falls below 188, we're in a lot of trouble. If we break above 244, not much to stop it. It'll just whee straight on up there. 245% upside. I look forward to it actually moving, and then I can stop looking at it every day and being sad. All right, let's move on over here. Let's go to OKLO. OKLO. We got oversold. That's what we did. We got oversold. Let's clear this chart. I wanted to look at it again, and I wanted to look at it on the weekly. So this is on me, guys. I really wanted to stare at it. Looking at it on the weekly, we are below a critical level of support. That's a problem. That's a real problem. So this nuclear stock not looking so promising. Looking pretty sad. Even though it was up 8% on the day, doesn't really matter. Does not really matter. However, if you manage to hold anything above this low at 1797, you will have hidden bullish divergence on the weekly. So that's positive. We'll see how low it wants to go, but that's positive. Next level of support I would be staring at if it decides to get really gross is 2906. I already had a stop loss taken, so it was at $54. $54 got taken out. I sold off the stock, took the loss. I was like, oh well, whatever. We move on. We build from here. But yeah, we might be in for a beautiful short. If we find a bearish backtest, 55.94, we could see a beautiful move down to $29. If it does get this bearish backtest, we could see another 47% drop out of this bad boy. So, something to keep in mind with some of these nuclear stocks. They some look good, others not so much. Not so much. But you are broken out of the downtrend, so I would guess bids should be coming in sometime soon. I would guess. And let's see, we did hold a different level right here. We actually held this low from way back in June of 2025. We held the low, 47.02. 47.02 seems like to be the line in the sand. If we lose that line in the sand, we are toast. So there you have it. OKLO. Don't want to spend that much time on it, but you know, it is what it is. Gosh, we are losing the trade. We're losing. We're such losers. Thank you, Fart Coin, for making me feel better. Up 25%. Golly. I had to rely on the fart. Alrighty. BWXT. This one still looks good. Still looking solid. If this continues, we're going to see new all-time highs. All we got to do is stay above 190. We're catching the bids right now. Catching the bids. And we do have hidden bullish divergence to play off of. So that's also a thing. If this is the case, if this is going to do what I think it's going to do, 232 is your next target. 232. And that could very well be a 13% move to the upside after getting a 6% gain today. Which is great. Which is awesome. That's what we want to see. We want to see number go up. Then we make money. Easily. Anyways, going on from here, we have Bitcoin, which we already did, and now we're getting in more into the cryptos. So, going into Ethereum. We already did that. Let's go into Ethereum. Now, Ethereum was mean. Would have stopped me out on this trade, and then it popped right back up. That's what I mean. These market makers, they were having a gosh darn field day going into the end of the month. So I don't know if anybody actually cared that I wasn't live, but I wasn't live because the market, literally every single trade I was doing, as soon as I entered the trade, it went in the opposite direction. So I decided to get out of the trades. I was like, you know what? I'm not going to pay attention to this. I'm just going to watch until the month is over. Month's over. I'm back. So yeah, with the month being over, I think a lot more of these trade setups are going to play out. This is really nice. Still, same target. Still aiming at $2,771. That from where it's currently at, we could be looking at, what is this? 31% upside. I would not be surprised at all. ETH looks good. ETH looks great. It really does look great. This little area that was acting as a resistance became a support. This feels like a liquidity grab. So once we get back above it, I think we're about to start actually running. So I do think ETH looks pretty darn solid. I think it's getting ready to get a break to the upside. What it does once it hits the 200 daily, you got me. I don't know. This thing could just roll over and die. But I think it's good so far for a 31% move to the upside. And this is all providing we don't have like the announcement of World War III. Low time frames look really good. I bet. No, low time frames, they all look pretty good. I just don't want the market makers to step in and start doing some weird stuff overnight. Because they've been known to do that. But yeah, for the 1 hour time frame, this looks great. Resetting your stochastic above the 200 simple moving average, above the 50. This thing looks like, as long as it looks like you're going to hold $2,071 as a support, and if you do, this thing's ready to go. Looks ready to go. But we also need Bitcoin to play ball. So, play ball, Bitcoin, play ball! Anyways, going up next, we have Solana. Solana, it's trying desperately hard to get a breakout. Trying. It tried back here. It failed. Now you have another opportunity. Bullish divergence and everything. I would be expecting a breakout. I would think we're going up. I would think we're going to go ahead, make a test of that 119. But we need the breakout. We really need that breakout. I mean, it's hard to get your stochastic on the daily to be this deeply reset. I mean, the last time you were down there, you also got faked out because you got depressed on your stochastic, and then you saw this crazy fall to the downside. Now, yes, on the RSI we have room to fall. It's just we're holding support, critical level of support at $78. Some people are, oh, what do you mean critical? I mean, last time you lost $78, you got to revisit $8.66. The last time you broke above it, you held it as support before you went on a nice run to the upside. Now you're back at these levels. Seems like a good area to get in. Seems like a really good area to get in. So critical level of support, Sol has to stay above $78. Period. Dot. If it doesn't, ooh, I'll see you in the dark side. Probably going to see you at $48 to the downside, which nobody really wants that. Except for maybe Wall Street, who's staking their tokens and just gathering yield. Yeah, that'll be about it. Moving on, we got BNB token. So I'm gonna actually type that in. So Binance token, whatever you might think about them manipulating prices and whatnot. Also, they're about to start allowing oil to be traded on their platform. But looking at this on your daily time frame, looks like you're getting ready for a recovery rally as you try to rally a little bit, holding the same level of support at $606. If we get this breakout very quickly, I could find BNB's price going back up to $824. I know not many people care about BNB, not many people watch it, but when BNB starts moving, a lot of weird meme coins will move too. But this could be a 32% move to the upside. So something to pay attention to. BNB, who knows? Maybe they're about to do some corporate buybacks or something, and they're ready to start moving. But looks great on the daily. Looks great. This could be a bear flag. Maybe we see lower prices. I don't know if Binance is going to let it fall further. I don't know. All right. Don't want to spend too much time on that one. Let's go to XRP. XRP. It's finding support down at these levels, but the longer you stay below 179, the more likely you can fall to 58. You have lost critical support. You have back tested it twice. It kind of doesn't make sense that XRP hasn't fallen already. So hats off to the bulls that are trying to hang on to this one, but man, just let it fall. Let it go on down there to 58 cents. Fulfill the prophecy, and then do whatever you're gonna do. But once all hope is lost for XRP, we might have that next leg up that we're looking for. Anyways, on the daily, it does look like we can see a relief rally. And if it does relief, we could see a move all the way up to $1.91. I still want to see it at 58 cents. Just is what it is. All right. Bitcoin Cash. You want to check out Caspa? We'll check out some Cas. Let's check in on the pumpkin peeps. Hello there, user 101-43213. How you doing? Welcome in. Sorry I'm a little late on reading that. Probably gonna be late reading it all night. Alrighty. Let's just go check out Cas. Oh, Caspa. Okay, Caspa. Looks like that 13% downside played out, but God, these wicks, they would have killed me. So Caspa doesn't look bad. It just needs bids. That's really all it needs. You're sitting in a great area for accumulation between this like 28696 and the 32527. Great area of reaccumulation. This downtrend could take a while for you to start interacting with it. So what you'd kind of be looking for is just another test at 57499 if this holds. I like the fact that you are resetting your stochastic so fast. You're back in that bearish control zone, but you do have hidden bearish divergence to worry about. The hidden bearish divergence is coming from this previous high to this high, and the fact that your RSI just had that crazy overbought spike. So easy way to cancel that out. You start catching bids, you make a higher high, you don't have to worry about this anymore. Until you get the breakout, it's kind of scary right now. Kind of scary for Caspa. Kind of scary. How about ETH trend. ETH looks great. We looked at ETH not too long ago. ETH looks actually really good. I would not be surprised if it went up to 2771 on the next leg up. It just needs to hold support right now. Just needs to hold support. So yeah, ETH looks good. It looks really good right now. So does Bitcoin though. If market makers decide to do something mean, ooh, it's gonna be all bad. But yeah, we'll go look at that again for you real quick so you can see it. But yeah, right now for Caspa, if we do catch the bids, I would be aiming at this 45326. I'd be aiming right there. Wouldn't try to get too greedy, but I'd be looking for 39.72% to the upside. I'm really weary of this hidden bearish divergence. Really weary of that. So you could just start ping-ponging around in here for a while before you actually see a move. So let's hope it doesn't take too long to figure it out. If Bitcoin has a great day tomorrow, or the next day, or by the end of the week, we could see Caspa get that entire 39%. We'll see what the market makers and the bulls have to say about that. We'll see. Let's go back to Ethereum real quick so you can see what I saw. Ethereum right now, right this moment, we have this inflection point. Previously was acting as a resistance, tried to hold it as support. We're about to get back above it. After this liquidity grab to the downside, I'm thinking Ethereum is ready to get a nice little 618 common retrace push all the way up to 2771. There's about a 31% move to the upside. Everything on the daily looks fine. You're above your 50 simple moving average. You're overextended to the downside from your 200. Everything looks fine. You have a little downtrend you're going to have to argue with, but I think we're okay. I really do think we're okay on Ethereum. Well, alt season again this year. I believe we will see an alt season this year. I will pull up the chart to show you why I believe that. I believe we will see alts come to rise. They'll do something. As long as it ping-pongs in a tradable way. You know, that is one thing I think most proof of work coins do well. They ping-pong in a tradable way. The proof of stake ones, they can get a little weird. They can get really weird. Others. BTC. So, why would I think we could see an alt season? It's this chart right here. Others to BTC. Now, this others chart, this is every coin outside of the top 10. And it's comparing it to Bitcoin. So, historically, a falling wedge pattern is bullish. This falling wedge pattern basically was established all the way back in January of 2022. And now we have traded sideways outside of it on a common retrace standard. We could be looking at 180% upside. This is averaging out every single token outside of the top 10 could see 180% rise because the market cap on all of them would be rising. So that would be your like average stance. What happens pretty often is you end up testing the top of the wedge, getting back up to this 49, well, not whatever, but it could go as high as a 313% move to the upside. So this right here, this chart is telling me we should see some movement out of those altcoins soon, sometime soon. Because we're broken out, we're just waiting for the bids to come in. So I do believe it's coming this year. I just don't know when this year. I don't have a crystal ball. But yeah, that chart, that one's giving me all the hopium possible. All right, moving along. We're going to check out Bitcoin Cash. Bitcoin Cash. Bitcoin Cash looks kind of like it's bear flagging out, but if anybody understands Bitcoin Cash, it actually is used a lot around the world for like payments and things. So Bitcoin Cash is another one that moves kind of weird. But we've been in this nice bullish consolidation. Looks like we're just at the bottom of the range. If we can break out of the downtrend, I would not be surprised to see new high prices. Would not be surprised. But let's check out our weekly to see if that's even an opportunity yet. It really is. Really is. We're below the 50 simple moving average. We're above the 200. We recently tested that 200 twice. So this could be the opportunity we're looking for to get a lot higher prices. If that is the case, we would go from the low to the high and bring it down to the low. And we're still waiting on $791 to play out. Still waiting. So there's a mild possibility that Bitcoin Cash could see a 71% rise. That's kind of wild to think about. But based off the weekly time frame, it's possible. It is possible. So once again, that could take months, could take years, could take forever. All I know is your daily, you do have a death cross. We have what could be considered a bear flag. If it does continue to the downside, we got some support just below us at $383. I think if it does go down, that's exactly where we'd be looking to jump in because of our double touch back here. But that's what I'm seeing. This is amazing. What do you mean? When is your next stream? I will be live again tomorrow. So we'll be live again tomorrow. I'm trying to be live as often as possible, but I'm at least trying to do 3 days a week over here on Pumpkin, and of course I'll be live on YouTube at the same time. So yeah, but right now we are in a trade over here on Pumpkin. We're in a 50x long on Bitcoin, and currently we're down 4.3%, which is kind of sad, but we're getting this weird sideways action. Need this thing to start breaking to the upside and start actually boogie woogieing up. That. Anyways, moving right along. Once we actually get more chatters in the Pumpkin side of things, I can do more strict dedicated streams straight to Pumpkin, but it's the interaction that I really look for. As long as I'm getting requests and things to keep the stream moving along, then I can actually have some longevity on the stream. Currently, it's members only over on the YouTube side of things, so it's making it to where things are less hectic. I got a nice long list of coins to look at for you guys, but once I get to the end of this list, if we have no requests, stream's over. It's over. But yeah, we look at the commodities, we look at the stocks, we look at it all, because you know all that money is just as green. And if you're in another country where money is a different color, it's all money. That's really what it is. It's all money. Alright, so Bitcoin Cash, we did get a break to the downside on a bearish engulfing candle, but they can't hold this price down for some reason. They really can't. 4 hours trying desperately hard to push it down. This is a beautiful setup for a shorting normally, but we just got a bullish cross, and we're holding that 200 simple moving average as support. So Bitcoin Cash, for me personally, I'd let it ping pong around, wait for the breakout of the downtrend before I even try and do anything, because it seems like the traders are confused on this one. I don't like confusion in the chart. I really don't. Moving along here, we got FET. So FET. So FET has already made a massive move to the upside. 73%. The falling wedge was the beginning of it all. Now we're up here and we are holding a level of support, surprisingly. We are in neutral territory on the 4 hour, little overextended from that 200 simple moving average. If we look at the daily, we've reset. It looks like we're getting ready to go test that 200 daily moving average, which is nice to say because we could be testing the top of the range shortly after, which would be at 38.53. And then considering we did make this nice pullback, the common retrace, let's get up to 66 cents. So we're waiting to see what FET does, but FET already putting in bearish divergence on the daily, trying to hold the level that was resistance as a support. Great signs of upside. We need Bitcoin to go up. We really do. We need Bitcoin to go up. Otherwise, getting into FET anywhere between, I would say, 19 cents all the way down to 15 cents would be a great opportunity. I don't want to see it fall that far. I want to see it actually rally because, I mean, last time we were at these levels, all the way back here, back in September of 2023, that was the start of your bull run. That actually went insane. So we're looking for some insanity once again. Let's clear the chart real fast and just take a little gander at this. Looking at our trend. So we have a nice little downtrend here, and guess what? We are broken out of it. If I can get this thing right. Holy. All right. We are broken out of the downtrend. We are absolutely broken out. No ifs, ands, or buts. It's broken out, and we're trying to hold a level. So we're looking for a major move out of FET. Nothing's holding it back besides people not buying. That's the main thing. Oh, well, this looks interesting. So previous support, now is acting as support again. That's nice. That's nice. So let's see if it'll actually hold. Let's see how long it holds. If we can stay above that 2075, we're looking at a lot more upside. And I would be looking at you just like so. And that would be getting you back up to 65.91. So we could very well see this thing rally another 183%. I wonder where we saw that earlier in the stream. I wonder. How about gold and silver? We did look at gold and silver earlier. We will look at it again. Gold and silver are set up beautifully. I mean, absolute beautifully. But we will look it up. It is not crypto. Well, here on Pumpkin user, we actually can trade gold and silver. It is the tickers XAU USDT and XAG USDT. So don't you scoff at the gold and silver request. Don't you do it. What is your YouTube channel? It's the same. It's Porky Flounder 65. It's just on YouTube. Let me see if I can share this thing. Hold on. Here's my YouTube in the chat. There you go. That is my YouTube channel. Oh, and currently we're going green on the trade over here. Let's go Bitcoin, which also means we're probably green on Fartcoin. Yes, we are. Let's go Fartcoin. Sad when we gotta praise a meme coin for gains. Pretty sad. Anyways, let me finish up. I just finished up with FET. Let's go look at gold and silver real fast. Gold and silver. So looking at gold, what I was doing beginning of stream, we were talking about it. On the weekly time frame is the big deal. Really big deal on the weekly time frame. You can see your stochastic reset. You had a previous level that was acting as resistance, becoming a support. Major wick to the downside, which means tons of buying pressure. But the really solid thing is the fact that you have a higher low right here. And on your RSI, you actually have hidden bullish divergence with the extreme low, lot lower relative strength. So that is hidden bullish divergence. That actually usually catches traders off guard. And I could see gold on its next leg up if we can break out of these downtrends, going up to 5,796. So that would be my take on gold right now. 23.45% move to the upside. And then on top of that, the insiders, apparently they are putting in a ton of options, like call options for gold to get up to $15,000 to $20,000. So that's kind of neat, kind of amazing. We'll see if they can do it. So a lot of things going good for gold right now, news-wise as well as price-wise. And the longer these conflicts continue, or the longer that other countries keep dumping the dollar, the higher gold is going. It's doing really well. So that is gold. Gold's looking solid. I mean, like really, really solid. Checking it out on the daily, deep in that bearish control zone, got oversold, bullish back test on the 200 simple moving average. We are moving and grooving to the upside, plenty of room to the upside. I would love just another test at this 4,365. I would love it, but the metals, they move a little differently. They just kind of rally. They just go. So if that's the case, you know, we're just gonna really focus in on, hey, We could see that 5,796, a new all-time high. So go gold. Go gold. And looking at silver, silver looks more bullish than gold because on the day, today, we have a bullish breakout of the downtrend we have been holding in. And now we could be looking at significantly higher prices. We are holding the $70.78 level of support. We could find ourselves at $136 to the upside. That is an 84% move to the upside. All we got to do is stay above 70 bucks. Just stay above 70. That's it and that's all. I know with the metals, usually I do like to buy the breakouts because generally speaking, the market makers don't play as many games as they do in crypto, but you know what? They always still can. We found out from Jane Street and JP Morgan. They can play with those prices as much as they want. But no, gold and silver, they look really bullish right now. Really, really bullish right now. So take that information as you will. As you will. Take it. Oh, let's see. Somebody's shorting Bitcoin. Wow. Ballsy. I love it. I love it. We got some controversy over here on Pumpkin. Anyways. Yeah. So they went 50x short. Wow, they actually faded my trade? Jerks. Alright, moving along. Moving along. We got Near Protocol. Near Protocol. What list am I on? Okay, Near. There we go. So, Near Protocol on the daily. If this doesn't look pretty to you, I don't really know what does, because on your daily time frame, we have a confirmed breakout of a downtrend. We are maintaining a higher low, and we're maintaining hidden bullish divergence. So there are some things that look pretty darn good around here, in my opinion. We could be making another leg to the upside, and if this is the case, I would be adjusting my fibs, and we would be looking for something around anywhere between $2.01 or $2.29. So this looks good to me. If I was going based off the trend, which I probably should be, I would be anchoring here and going like so. So we would be in the shorter term looking for $1.60 on this next move. Looking for this 34 and possibly beyond. Possibly 58% upside. Area I would love to hold support at would be, let's see here, I guess right there. Holy crap. Who would have thought? Alright, I would love to hold support right here, because that's what we came down and held. So if we can stay above that 115.1, that would be fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. I would love that. But yeah, 34% upside. Let's get in. Let's get a little into nitty gritty here. 4-hour time frame. I don't like it. I do like the double test though. That's nice. We're getting a move up. Hopefully we get a lot more price action soon, because that stochastic is not going to hold out very long for us. Is it hitting resistance? What are you talking about? Bitcoin? I don't know. I have no idea. BTC hitting resistance at the GP right now. Just tapped the 786. Oh, did it really? Really? I guess I did a really poor job of looking at the YouTube chat right there. My bad, Rich. My bad. My bad, sir. Well, yeah, right now for Near, if I was in a trade overnight, I'd be looking for 14% upside. Right there, getting you up to $1.36. So this would be my overnight trade, because we are broken out of a downtrend. Is ADA on the list? Looks good too. No, it's not. No, it's not. We can check it out. I only have a few more. Got Aave, Axie Infinity, SPX, Jupiter, and of course Fartcoin. But then after that, we're all done. So let's go check out ADA. Let's go check her out. Check her out there, bud. Bitcoin trade, we are up 9%. That's something, I guess. Gosh, Bitcoin is being annoying. Anyways, let's go check out. Do I have ADA on here? I don't even think I have ADA on my watch list. Wow. Fartcoin, I thought you were going positive. Hey, you're doing all right. I actually don't have ADA. Oh, there it is. I was like, I don't have ADA. So you're looking for a day trade option? Looks really good on the 4 hour. I'll give you that. Looks really good on the 4 hour for a short term trade. I like this. It's that higher low. That's kind of pretty. Kind of pretty. But I would not be trading this for a long time. I will say that. I'll be focusing in on that 126 range. Let's go into the 1 hour. Let's see what it looks like. 1 hour. A lot left to be desired. Let's see the 15. 15 looks good. Breaking that 200 looks really good right there. I do like that. Let's find our confluence. Let's get some confluence. Damn. 1272 trade? Oh my god. That would have got me. If I didn't pull both of them. That would have got me. So we're looking at about 5.8% to the upside from here. Not bad. 25.93 is what I'd be looking for. If it stops at the 5.0, sorry. Sorry. There is a resistance right there, 25.41. There is a resistance. But now it's getting a nice little move up. ADA is looking pretty solid. Pretty solid. Now, once again, you just need Bitcoin to not roll over. That's all it takes. Just Bitcoin not rolling over, good to go. Good to go. If Bitcoin rolls over, good luck. Especially with ADA. Oof. But looking at it on the longer term, on the daily time frame, kind of looks like a liquidity sweep. Kind of. Because you did have this huge wick to the downside. You have not filled the wick, but you did have a level of support that you not only decided to fall below, but you bearishly backtested. Now you're starting to catch the bids, because we all know you're overextended to the downside. We all know it. Why did they have to liquidity sweep? Well, markets are mean. Markets are mean. I would be looking for a lot of upside. I mean, what, 36 cents? It might actually be insane upside. You already got the 5% out of me. You already know I'm looking out for that. But yeah, no, this looks good for a move up. Yeah, that 36.20 looks like that's where ADA could be heading in the longer term. You're gonna have to fight with a little downtrend though. Gonna have to fight with this downtrend. Gonna have to fight with it. So once you break out of that, I mean, it'll be a lot better. Man, this thing got devastated. Sheesh. Nobody's buying that dip. Just watching it fall. Dang. Alright, let's move on. Let's move on. We got Aave. So Aave looked interesting to me yesterday. Because we got the liquidity sweep. This is that nonsense we've been seeing. So it's like, oh, we're holding support, holding support, holding support. Sweep the liquidity. Now we could see that move to the upside. The point here is the fact that you never made a lower low. You double bottomed. Double bottomed. Discord. What about Discord? VVV is running. Is VVV running? Never. Do I use AI tools? What? Yeah, Rich, I don't know what you mean by Discord. Are you talking about how you took profit? Or... Yeah, it got wasted? Yeah. Oh, there we go. I got it. Oh my god. Alright, here's the TA of Rich. Oh, he's pointing out that 786. Nice little tap pullback. Got it. Posted in the wrong Discord. That's funny. But yeah, he's pointing out the 786 touch. Pull on back. But yeah, it's the nice little consolidation. High, higher high. This is nice. It's trying to create a new uptrend. It's trying. By the way, if anybody wants to be a part of the Discord, it's free. It's absolutely free. If you're on YouTube, link is in the description down below. If you're not on YouTube, well, I'm going to send a link right now because we're going to do that. We're going to do that right now for all the pumpkin people. If you want to be a part of the Discord, you want to be a part of the team, will BTC hit all-time highs this year? I wish I had a crystal ball. I do not know. I do not know. But there's a link for the Discord if you'd like to join my Discord. Free. I do post trade setups whenever I find them, and there you go. What in the world is that link? I don't know what that is. Is that the link for my live right now? It's a crazy looking link. Alright. Anyways. So yeah, Aave right now on the daily looks fine. Looks great. It looked fine back here. But it decided we wanted lower prices. Now we're trying to hang on to $96, which let's pray and hope it does. 4 hour, you are gaining strength, and you're overextended to the downside. So you're thinking a minimum. You're going to go up and test 107.26. But what's been happening lately is it might chop around, slowly grind up, and then you start seeing it skyrocket up to the original trade profit-taking level. So that's what I'm going to be banking on for Aave. Move all the way up to 146 is the idea. Could take a while. Could take a while, but it's a big move. It's a big move. So Aave could be looking at something around 50% to the upside. 50%. Yeah, I copied the wrong one. Oh no. Oh no. But yeah, as for all-time highs for Bitcoin this year, that's a really tough call. I know there's some people online that are calling for that. I'm not so bold. I'm not so bold. I would like to see things get better and the Fed stop fighting everything. The Fed is standing in the way of jobs, money printing, and anything else that would help the markets. They are desperately trying to keep those rates high. But I think at the end of Q2, they will finally relent and allow things to just flow. There's about, $8 trillion in U.S. debt that gets refinanced. And if they can refinance it at high interest rates, they're going to make more money than ever. And as we all know, the Federal Reserve is not actually federal. They are a private bank. And they're just trying to make as much money as possible all the time. They claim that they're trying to help people. They're not. They're a bank. You don't hate banks enough. So, I don't like banks. That works though? Oh, does it work? That's great. That's great. Alright. Anyways, Aave could be seeing some upside. Axie Infinity. Been looking at Axie Infinity for a long time. So remember how I pointed out a falling wedge after a big fall out of FET? This kind of looks the same. Looks like it's gearing up for a nice run. It happens to be a higher low. Just right now, though, I'm looking for 86% upside on Axie Infinity. Which is weird, though, because the president appoints them. Yeah, it is pretty weird. But, once you get that position of power, we all know how it goes. Who's funneling more money into their pockets, right? I'm not saying Jerome Powell's taking bribes, but I wouldn't be surprised if he is. Alright, Axie Infinity, active trade set up right now, and this thing really could soar 86% to the upside. If you guys are looking for a platform in order to trade this thing, you guys should definitely go check out the links in the description down below. You guys can go take advantage of deposit bonuses and trading bonuses. I would highly recommend going to Buy DeFi, where you guys can take full advantage because Pumpkin doesn't have this particular asset down there, and you could very well be missing out on some great trading opportunities. So, yeah, go take advantage today. Anyways. Shit, I hope he's making some money off that remodel. Yeah, let's hope. But yeah. Right there, right here. Oh, Buy DeFi's 6th anniversary. Look at that. Look at that. So, of course, they have some more deals coming out. It's even better. Even better. But yeah, Buy DeFi. Go join today. And maybe you can take advantage of this 12-to-1 trade setup. That's probably going to take 2 months to execute, but it'll be well worth it because your portfolio will be happy. I mean, the best part about this, you can go 10x on long. You can get an 8x on this 86% move. Oh, that thing going to be an aircraft carrier by the time it's done, right? It's crazy. All right, let's go into SPX. So, more memes. More memes. So, yeah, looking at this meme, looking like the lows are in. 82% upside is what we're looking for. 82% upside. And the nice thing about SPX right this moment, right this second, as long as it stays above 24.75, that's all you need. Stay above 24.75. This trade setup is nasty. It's absolutely nasty. I mean, let's get the numbers. Let's get the numbers in. So let's put our stop loss down here. You have to account for 9.8% to the downside. So risky move, 10x leverage. But yeah, this is an 87% upside, 8-to-1 trade. 8-to-1. Beauty. Beauty. The closer it gets to that 24.75, the better the trade looks. So you could just wait till it gets down there, and then all of a sudden you can turn this thing into some real glory with a 30-to-1 trade setup. Absolutely insane, but just some possibilities. Just a possibility. Anyways, SPX looking good. The memes I think are about to explode for a short period of time, and then we can get back to normal life afterwards. Bitcoin trade, we're still currently up 14%. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Fartcoin trade up 41% on the 20x long. Not bad. Not bad. Could be a lot worse. Could be stopped out. Could be stopped out. Anyways. Next up, we got Jupiter. Jupe. Oh, shit. Jupe's moving. I didn't realize it already started moving. Well, now I'm sorry for showing you this. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. But if you look at Jupiter from the standpoint of this previous high to low, this is where the money's being made, right here. Because we could be heading back up to 33 cents. Considering Jupiter is the best thing for the decentralized stock trading, because Ondo is putting everything onto Solana's network by way of Jupiter, we could see a 106% move to the upside out of Jupiter if it gets its common retrace. So this is looking nice. On the 4-hour, we're fighting with that 200 simple moving average. Expect a bit of consolidation. If it does come back down, you're looking to hold 1585 as support, I believe. No, 1445. Way different number, but 1445 as support. So if it does get back down here, might be the best opportunity at getting into a long on Jupiter. And if you're just buying and holding, yeah, you're probably taking level. Double your money. Double your money. If we check out our daily time frame, you can see the stochastic's awful. We're fighting with that 50 simple moving average. We're overextended from the 200. As we start new months, just think about the price normally wants to test the 200, especially on the daily, just generally speaking. So we wait, we hold on tight, and we enjoy the ride. Let's see if we get it. And if that others chart that gives us an alt season decides to start playing out, oh boy, we're going to see a lot more upside than that. A lot more. Bitcoin is being fickle. That's not fun. But the last one I got for you guys is the trade I am currently in, and that is Fartcoin. And here we are, Fartcoin. So currently speaking, we had a nice move to the upside. We're holding support at this 16,782. My stop loss is just below it. And I'm looking for this thing to get a common retrace. Get on up to this 2039 level. This trade setup is a 5-to-1 trade setup, and it is a 19% move to the upside, and I'm currently on a 20x long on this bad boy. So just sitting back and waiting, hoping that April Fool's Day sends the joke to everyone and they just start buying the memes. Yes, I'm trading meme coins for the joke of April Fools. Is what it is. Probably should have looked up some cum rocket or something. Started trading that, but I didn't. I did not. Anyways, everybody, those are all the assets I got for you today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed us running through the market, seeing that, you know, things aren't as bleak as we think, at least right now. Who knows? We might wake up in the morning and be in World War III. No one knows, especially with the content president. No one knows until we know, I guess. But yeah, right now I think tomorrow's going to be a good day, starting in the new month, new quarter, new opportunities, and the markets seem to be doing okay. As for Bitcoin right now, we're fighting with that 50 simple moving average on the 4-hour. Your 1 hour looks decent, but it's fighting against the 200, and your 15-minute looks solid as it is above its 200 and finding support above the VWAP. So still looking for Bitcoin to make at least a 2.5% move and a breakout of its current downtrend. We'll see if I'm right. Anyways, I'm going to get on out of here, everybody. I appreciate each and every one of you. Everybody on Pumpkin, you're the best. You're the greatest of all time. Thank you for the chatters out there. Thank you for the new follows. You guys are absolutely amazing. Over here on YouTube, thank you so much, members. You guys are great. You're awesome. If you're not a member and you enjoyed the show, please hit the like button. Maybe even join the Discord. It's free to everybody. I'd like to see everybody in there. I plan on being live tomorrow, so I look forward to seeing you guys in tomorrow's live stream. Catch you in the next one. Deuces, everybody. I'm out of here. Take it easy.